There's a place many men find themselves trapped, but few ever escape. They call it the friend zone. But what it really is a test, not of how nice you are, not of how much you care, but of whether you know how power works, how identity shifts, and how desire is triggered in silence, not in begging. You like her, you want her, but she sees you as just a friend. And the worst part? She knows you want more, and she keeps you close, while giving everything you crave, to men who give her nothing at all. It feels like betrayal, but it's not. It's a mirror, because she is not the problem. Your behavior is the ritual that summoned the friend zone, and now you will reverse the curse. Most men either stay stuck, hoping she wakes up, or they walk away, angry, wounded, ashamed. Both paths are wrong, because neither path shifts your power. Neither path makes her feel what she's never felt for you before. But what if you knew how to move differently? What if you could flip the dynamic so hard? She doesn't just see you, she aches for you. You don't beg, you don't wait, you don't hope. You become the version of yourself she was biologically designed to crave. And once you do, she won't see you as a friend. She'll obsess over why she ever did. Let's begin. Every point is extremely important to understand, especially the last one. Point number 1, stop being her emotional support system. The friend zone isn't built on rejection. It's built on your willingness to become something safe, predictable, emotionally harmless. You became her emotional sponge, absorbing her sadness, her stress, her complaints about men who don't even see her. And in doing so, you positioned yourself as her comfort drug, not her desire. She calls, you answer. She vents, you soothe. She cries over another man, and you become the soft place she falls when her real cravings collapse. On the surface, it feels noble. You think you're proving loyalty. That one day, she'll wake up and realize you've been the one all along. But understand this, a woman does not crave what she can completely predict. She doesn't chase what's always available. She doesn't lust after a therapist with no boundaries. And every time you give her that support, every time you're the emotional crutch she leans on, you reinforce one thing in her subconscious. He'll always be here, even when I give him nothing. That's not love, that's emotional enslavement. And what makes it worse? She doesn't do it to hurt you. She does it because you've trained her to. So now, you retrain her nervous system. The next time she calls to offload her drama, you interrupt the pattern. Damn, you've really got to stop letting men treat you like that. Anyway, I can't talk long, I'm heading out. Then end it. No explanation, no apology. Why? Because you're not her emotional safety net anymore. You're becoming the storm she doesn't know how to interpret. This creates what she can't resist: uncertainty. When she no longer knows what version of you she'll get, when she feels the void instead of the comfort, her brain begins searching. And what the brain searches for, it starts to value. You're not punishing her. You're protecting your masculine essence from being drained. And in doing so, you become scarce. You become confusing. You become interesting. And when a woman feels like she has to work for your attention, that's when she starts craving it with a hunger she can't explain. Point number 2, create emotional distance and trigger jealousy. She doesn't see you as a man. She sees you as an extension of herself. Like a warm blanket she can wrap around her problems and throw aside when the sun comes out. You made yourself too close, too convenient, too emotionally owned. She never wonders where you are, because you've never given her a moment to feel your absence. And here's what no one tells you. Attraction doesn't grow in presence. It grows in voids. So now we inject the void. We build the vacuum. We pull your presence away and replace it with uncertainty. And in that space, jealousy is born. Not the toxic kind. Not the drama-fueled manipulation game, but the kind that whispers, wait, why isn't he orbiting me anymore? Start small. Stop being instantly available. Delay your responses. Miss the call. Let her wonder. And when she reaches out, Don't rush to fill the silence. Let it breathe. Let the pressure build. But here's the deeper strike. She must see your energy being received by other women, not flaunted, not faked, subtle, real, inevitable. Go out, live, document nothing except the hint, a photo, a laugh, a story shared that mentions someone new casually. Had the wildest convo with someone last night. Didn't expect that. Now she's searching. Now she's wondering. Who was it? Why is he laughing like that? Why didn't he tell me? Her nervous system doesn't just notice, it panics. It scrambles to recategorize you. Was he always like this? Did I miss something? Wait, was he actually attractive? That confusion opens the gate. That discomfort creates desire. Because when she sees another woman giving you the attention she ignored, her subconscious screams, "That's supposed to be mine." This is primal, biological, unstoppable. The more she sees your orbit pulling others in, the more she fights to get back inside it. And the best part? You never had to say a word. You just disappeared and let her feel the echo. Point number 3, shift the power dynamic. Stop seeking her validation. You don't beg with words. You beg with energy, with the way you lean in. Agree too fast, laugh too hard, compliment her too often, hoping she'll finally see you. But here's the brutal truth. The more you seek her approval, the more invisible you become. Because the second she feels your value depends on her reaction. You become the thing she can't desire. Predictable, submissive, beneath her. And what happens when a woman feels that? She stops feeling anything at all. So you cut the cord, not by being cruel, but by reclaiming your gravity. Stop flooding her with praise. Stop over-complimenting like you're trying to buy a spark. Every time you say, "You're so beautiful," "You're amazing," any guy would be lucky to have you. You think you're lifting her, but in her subconscious, she's filing you with the others. The ones who chase, the ones who never made her feel anything real. Instead, disturb her comfort. She walks in with a new dress. Don't say she looks stunning. Say, "That's cute. Reminds me of something my little sister wore once." Then smile and shift the subject. Now you've done something every other guy failed to do. You made her chase the compliment. And in doing so, you flipped the power. Because attraction isn't about worship. It's about disruption. Stop mirroring her beliefs to stay liked. Challenge her. Sharpen her edges. She says, "I hate pineapple on pizza." You reply, "That's tragic. I thought you had taste." Now she's not nodding. She's reacting. She's engaged. Because you're no longer the echo of her opinions. You're a mirror that reflects her flaws and makes her want to impress you for once. This doesn't make you rude. It makes you polarizing. And polarizing men electrify attraction. She can't place you in the box anymore because you don't seek her validation. You challenge it. And that changes everything. Point number 4, master the art of indifference. Make her feel your absence. Most men confuse availability with value. They think, if I'm always there, she'll see how much I care. But care without contrast is white noise, and white noise never pulls her in. It fades into the background. Here's the law. The man who can disappear becomes unforgettable. When she texts, you respond. When she calls, you answer. When she needs you, you drop everything. And that's why she never thinks about you, because her brain never had to miss you. But when a man pulls back, with calm, not spite, with stillness, not punishment, he becomes scarce, and scarcity awakens fear. Suddenly her thoughts shift. Why hasn't he texted? Did I lose him? Is he seeing someone else? Wait, was he always this confident? Now she's spiraling, not because you said something, but because you didn't. This is indifference used as initiation. You're no longer chasing. You're no longer checking in. You're no longer dancing in her shadow, waiting to be noticed. You've become a man of gravity, and gravity doesn't beg. So how do you do it? Don't reply immediately. Let texts sit. Delay your presence intentionally. Decline an invite with zero explanation. Let her feel your absence like heat in a cold room. And when you do speak, speak less, but every word must feel anchored, not eager, not apologetic, just calm, grounded, indifferent. Because now, every time she reaches for you and doesn't find you, her brain creates tension, and that tension builds craving. The man who makes her feel his absence becomes the one she can't stop remembering. She'll start reaching out more. She'll start watching you more closely. She'll start asking herself questions she never had to before. Because when you remove your presence, you remove her certainty, and nothing drives desire harder than the fear of loss. Point number 5, get comfortable walking away, without fear, without games. Most men stay in the friend zone for one reason: they're terrified to leave it. They cling to hope like a lifeline. They convince themselves, if I just wait, if I stay loyal, maybe she'll see it one day. But the truth is brutal. The longer you stay where you're not chosen, the more invisible you become. Because she can feel your fear, your attachment, your emotional dependence disguised as patience. And here's the paradox. The moment she senses you'll never leave, she stops valuing your presence altogether. So what's the shift? You become a man who doesn't need her to choose you, because you already chose yourself. You don't threaten to walk away. You don't create ultimatums. You don't play games. You simply stop feeding a space that feeds nothing back. Tell her the truth, clean and sharp. Hey, I value our connection, but I'm in a place in life where I want something more real, more mutual. Pretending this dynamic works for me wouldn't be honest. And then, silence, no follow-up, no explanations, no needy questions, because a man who walks away clean creates a rupture she cannot unfeel. Why? Because for the first time, you're not asking for her love. You're demonstrating what self-respect looks like. And in that moment, you become unforgettable. You're no longer the guy she keeps around. You're the one who slipped through her fingers, the one who chose his standard over her attention. And the masculine energy that walks away with calm, that energy haunts her, because she didn't lose a man who needed her. She lost a man she never fully had. That's the moment she reevaluates everything. That's when her panic begins. That's when she starts chasing. And even if she doesn't come back, you win. Because now you move with a new gravity, a new spine, a new code. You don't cling, you don't beg, you walk. And what walks with dignity becomes the most desired energy of all. Point number 6, let her see you upgrade. Become the man she overlooked. Let's cut through the illusion. She didn't friendzone you because you weren't good enough. She did it because she didn't feel pulled, didn't feel impressed, didn't feel like she was about to lose something rare. And why? Because you were still becoming him. The version of you that exists now is not the one she will chase later. So now we don't convince, we evolve, not for her, not to win her back, but because the man you're becoming makes the old version unrecognizable. Hit the gym, not for aesthetics, but for aggression release. Upgrade your wardrobe, not for trend, but for presence. Clean the way you speak, not to sound smarter, but to speak like a man who means every word. You stop trying to be liked. You start becoming undeniable. Find a craft. Get obsessed. Disappear into a mission that no longer orbits her opinion. Let the edges of your masculinity get sharp again. And most of all, date other women. Let her witness, not guess, not assume, but see, that your value is recognized elsewhere. That the attention she treated as optional is now being claimed by someone who never had to be convinced. Post the photo. Share the win. Show the transformation without commentary. Because the greatest power play is becoming the man she can no longer access without ever speaking her name. And here's what happens. She'll pause, she'll scroll, she'll see the shift, and her stomach will tighten. Did I misjudge him? Was I blind? Who is he now, and why does it bother me so much? That's the switch. You no longer exist in the friend zone. You exist in her regret, and that space is far more powerful, because now she's the one watching. She's the one comparing. She's the one chasing a man she let go before he became inevitable. The friend zone was never a prison. It was a mirror, and now that mirror cracks as you walk past it, untouched. You've just seen how power flips, not with words, but with silence, not with hope, but with presence. She no longer sees the same man, because that man is gone. Now she sees someone she can't place, someone she once overlooked, and now can't stop remembering. Once you've seen the truth, you can't unsee it. Return, watch again, rebuild your perception, subscribe to the Stoic architect, and remember, only those who disappear are ever truly missed.